Hello, Entertainment Daily lovers. Come on in, let's discuss. There's a whole lot of topics. So much is trending, so much to cover, so much gist to cover. So many topics, a lot. This weekend has been something else. But I just want us to come in here and discuss thing. He's just posting weird things like a stick, a paper roll. What else did he post? A stone. Today he posted a stone. So those are just what he's doing. He's been quiet because this is his week. Remember, he has the girls after he did all those. Should I cut the kids' hair? Should I not cut the kids' hair because of the braid that Korra did? He created a huge problem surrounding that. And then when the lady went to interview him, he now started acting like the victim. What he's been doing for 4.5 years. Okay, so something that I quickly want to point out here is the fact that it's been 4.5 years now. Okay, and to hear Justin talk to a total stranger and he's telling this person that, oh, we are, and we've seen him and Dawn, Stony, Stone, and four of them. We don't know who are the other people that are behind the scene that are actually, working together with them. So it is safe to say that it's been 4.5 years that Justin has been plotting to bring down Korra. Okay, you all remember after Korra wrote the book, the whole big propaganda that Justin did. Oh, he's going to take the book to court, printed out all the pages of that document, took it to sorry book, the book that Cora wrote, took it to court. It still didn't hold waters. Now him having these three new persons, Stony, Dawn, and Stone, they don't know Jack and they are not willing to know anything. So when they came into this thing and started defending him, you could see the energy, you could see how they were going for it. Dawn kept talking about, oh, I'm a military person, I was a military person, and all of that. So it gives, and whatever they've been encouraging him behind the scene because they don't know what's been happening for 4.5 years. So it just made them believe that because he, according to him, I don't know how true, that he was an ex-military person. Then this new Stone guy too said the same thing. Oh, ex-military person, uh and oh, we're going to do this, we're going to build the case, we're going to build that. So at some point they were really feeling like, yes, there is something they're going to hold hand to. So to see Justin talk about 20 years in jail for Cora, it just goes to show you a man that has little children and he's actively working to get his ex-wife locked up for 20 years. 20, remove 20 years. How old are these children? The eldest is 6. The little one is what, 4 or 5? So if you're putting, so let's just imagine that if this is really true, of which we know that there is nothing like that will happen. But just imagine Justin is willing to send Cora to jail for 20 years, and he would really love that. And that will remind you of the statement that he made in 2022, which he repeated 2023, 2024. Like he kept repeating those things, but let's just say 2022, where he said he will not stop until she's either 6 feet below or she is, in jail. Right. So if you take this statement he made to what he just said on Mother's Day, which was on Sunday, right, that she would get 20 years in jail because they have been building this RICO case against her and things like that. Now, the so-called private investigator guy, the stone, the mumu, that's what we call it. The mumu that came up, oh, I'm a private investigator, I've been investigating and I'm doing this and I'm bringing bloggers, you know, I'm bringing bloggers, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And you just want to look at this and you're like, wait, so you are a, you know, private investigator and you're supposed to be bringing down bloggers and all of that, and you people are building the whole RICO case that is so going to land Cora in jail and all of this whole things that Justin and these gang members have been spilling. First of all, it was Dawn that said they're actively, okay, Dawn and Stony, they all, yes. You remember the photograph they also took in police department, according to them. They were in a police department somewhere, doing what only God knows what. And they took those photos and they posted it to make people feel like, yes, we've been to place. And if you followed Justin's case from 2022 to this 2026, you know that that's one thing he will do. He will come out and show piles of papers, bragging, oh, she's fried this time, she's cooked this time, this is so gonna happen, that's so gonna happen. Even when he printed out her books and all of that, with all those evidence that Miriam Awolowo was collected for him, all of those things, okay, nothing but so when they repeated this in 2026, where they went to stand in front of a police department and took a photograph, that Stony, Don, and Justin, it's just to make people believe that, oh, we're not just bluffing, we're working on something, we're doing something, she's going to be fried, she's going to be cooked, oh, this is going to happen. Hence he came back again on Sunday, Mother's Day, talking about, oh yes, 20 years in jail, she's going to get 20 years in jail. You would just notice that every time somebody asks Justin a question about his ex-wife Korra, he would just want to say all of the negative things, all of the bad things, and he will keep pushing. Oh, she talks about me, she's talking about me, she's dragging me, she's doing this, she's doing that. But then he would not address the fact that the court told them, don't speak about each other, don't speak about each other's income. He repeated that again on that interview on Sunday that he did on Mother's Day, that he did, where he said, oh, she makes $20,000 in a day, she can make that in a week, she can make that in. And clearly those court documents, which everybody that follows their story saw, those court documents clearly stated that both of them should not discuss each other's finances publicly or whatever. Those court documents also said that they should not instigate, they should not encourage, they should not send people to go and drag the other party. But what have we seen? We've seen Justin come out and giving his page of 75,000 following to Stony and Don, and clearly not only handing over the page, but came out and boldly stated that he has handed over the bathing over to, you know, Stone and Don to carry out. And we saw what Stony and Don did and what they continue to do. Now, how did Stone and Don come out? They came out claiming that Korra had stolen the music, but the diss track that she did, okay, Stone did, Stony, because the other guy's name is Stone. The diss track that Stony did was not about music that was stolen. This whole saga thing that they were pushing and everything was not about music that was allegedly stolen, right? It was about defending Justin, defending Justin, defending Justin. With all the energy and everything, when you look at the post, today is Friday, when you look at the post that she did this week, Lady V, you're welcome, welcome, welcome. I see you. Welcome everyone that is here. So Lady V said, your case will fail because Korra hasn't done anything. Exactly. So that's why most times, when he just, people that are just following, some people like really genuinely, you can tell that, oh, you think something's going, but if you're just following the case, you will really think that there is something that they have there. But if you've been with the case for since 20, this whole saga from since 2022, you know that Justin will every year come out with something new. And the funniest part is you still have set of people that supports him despite every evil that is right in their faces that they see. It goes to show you the type of mindset that some people have. Okay, take for example this woman, the blogger that I call Justin's blogger, okay, because that woman kept taunting the Obidis, dragging, insulting. There's nothing that woman did not say or do. And remember how she kept referencing Korra's book. She was in, so, oh, your father was doing something to you and your sisters, your father is a this, your father is a pedophile, your father is a that, your father, yes, I said it. Oh, sue me if you think anything, I will go to court, I will eat that court case, I will this, I will that. And then you had people encouraging her, people deliberately out of hatred that they have for Korra, rushed to go and buy the book immediately Korra released her book, read it, but refused to read it the way people will read normal books. They decided to twist and turn everything upside down. And when they started with this, oh, this is what she meant, killing mosquito meant this, meant that, they blew that out of proportion. Anything to tarnish her image. And it got to a point where it was not even just about Korra herself, but it was about the Obidis. It was about the whole family. Okay, her father was placed on the chopping board to bash, to call names. And Justin was championing that, because when these bloggers were doing that, Justin himself was also saying it. Justin, there's a parrot in here. Okay, so we have two parrots in here now. We had a small one, now we have a bigger one in here. Yeah, so yeah, that's the talk you can hear. All right, so Justin was loving it and everything, but now that that lady is in trouble, we've not seen her post for since she went to Kiriki. Yeah, you're gonna go inside now. Give me a second. I'm coming. Let me change this position. All right, so it's evening, so it's time for them to scream and play and whatnot before they sleep. So give me a second. Write down. Both of you have fun in there. All right. Okay, pardon me. You've been on this channel before, you know about the parrots, as they will always interrupt whenever I'm doing a video or I'm doing a live stream. They're like little kids. So while these people were busy turning Korra's book upside down and doing all of, Justin was also sitting and doing his series. So every year there is actually a new series that comes out, right? So now they started with RICO this year. Wait, let me put in the comments on screen. Hold on. Okay, how y'all gonna bring the case of someone here all the time? I think they're beginning to realize that they cannot build anything. So while this woman was talking, Justin was on his own talking. But did you notice that immediately the Obidis decided to take this woman to court? The next thing they say, "Oh, we're going to donate money. We're going to open a GoFundMe. We're going to bring money. We're going to get her out of there." You know, people. I don't know how some of their brains work, because it's not, some things are not about money. It's about what you have said. And you will go to court and you will have to prove it in the court of law. Okay, so taking somebody's book and beating your chest and saying this is what that thing means. So now you have to go to court. That same book will be given to you. The evidence will be handed over to the judge also. And your lawyers will have a copy and everything of the page exactly you were referencing, and you will have to explain. And where Korra came out, when they started their whole propaganda, Korra came out, picked up that book, and addressed what she meant on that page. That video also will be submitted in court. So the person that wrote the book came out and explained to you, you still kept screaming. Till now, we've not heard anything from that blogger. So we don't know what's going on with her case. As at this time, we don't have much information about, but it's obvious she's not been posting, she's not been seen anywhere. So it's obvious that it's either she has not, met whatever they gave her in the court or whatever. So she is where she is, and she's in that soup. Back to Justin, the RICO case that him, Stony, Don, and this new guy that just came in have been talking about. RICO. They pushed this RICO a lot, and a lot of people just didn't want to say anything. But when bloggers now started picking up things and breaking it down slowly of what Justin has done since 2022 till this 2026, and if you're talking about a RICO case, it's actually him, because the evidence of him having a private WhatsApp group that only white people could join and their goal was to deport Korah, Justin. The other group that all of them, people from Africa, people from Caribbean, people from the US, anywhere could join, and their plot was also to bring down Korah, tampering with her businesses and everything that she's doing. All of this evidence is there since 2022 till 2026. He has not stopped. He has not. And all the evidence, everything is recorded on social media, so it's easy. And I think it's beginning to dawn on these three idiots that refuse to do simple digging, because from the beginning we kept saying, Stony and Don, if you people are saying that Korah took your music or stole your music, bring the evidence, address it, and drop all the evidence that will prove that this is what happened. Or take Korah to court. I want to believe that there should be somehow, somewhere in the court or in the music, whatever, where you somebody, if somebody steals your, that's your intellectual property, right? So you should be able to take her to court and prove in the court that she stole, and then whatever the judge will say would be what would hold. Okay. But no, they decided to take the other route, go on social media, and then when they came online, they still did not post any evidence that showed that Korah stole their music. Instead, they went and ganged up with her ex and started working against her. You know, when Justin sold all those, we know that Justin is somebody that lies, like his good morning, it's always a lie. Anything that comes out from his mouth is a lie. So I feel like these people did not bother to take a look at Justin, because they just felt, because Justin, oh, she has this set of people, she has bloggers she's paying since 2022. Justin has run with that narrative. Korah has people she's paying. Korah has bloggers she's paying. All the bloggers defending her she's paying. But you have not been able to post any evidence of where Korah and bloggers are having meeting. Where Korah, money transactions, right? There will always be a trail. Money will be going from one account to the other account, but there will be a trail. You have not been able to post any of those evidence, but the evidence of you working with the blogger in Canada, we also heard the voice, this thing where he told the blogger to blackmail Korah, that gave the phone number. First of all, you cannot just give out somebody's phone number just like that. He was doing it, and he was even telling the lady that what he was doing was illegal from his own mouth. He said, don't let Korah know that I gave you her number, because it's illegal. That can get me into trouble. The one concerning his job too, when the lady said, I got some messages from some women, said, what, relating to my job? And he said, yes, he admitted that he was touching some women inappropriately from his own mouth. He told that lady to blackmail Korah, lying to Korah that a lady had sex tape on Korah, that's the only thing that will make Korah to listen. So many things that Justin have done that will actually bring a good RICO case. So hence, it would be amazing if he would file a RICO case, because if after he's filed, Korah has to go to court and defend herself, right? Then Korah will have to sit with her lawyers. They have to collect all the evidence since 2022. Okay, sorry, I got interrupted. So it would be nice that he will file the RICO case, and then when she goes to defend herself, all of this evidence of everything that he's done over the years, how he's plotted, how he's worked with different people, brought in strangers into the home, and every time he tries to paint her to be this bad person, that these people will start working with Freda, Lolo, all these people. All of these are a good RICO case for Justin, but so he's the one pushing that she gets 20 years. So let's see between the both of them who gets 20 years. But what I have noticed, over the past, let's say 2 weeks or so, is the fact that Don and Stony are pretending. That's what I call it. Okay. Because as a content creator, there are people that are doing 9 to 5, they have families and everything, and they are still able to post content. You know why? Because you can schedule that time that you have, you can create. And for their type of content, which is sit down, drag, we're working on this, we're doing that, we're doing recover, they could film those videos, schedule them for the full week. For the next 2 weeks, you can schedule up to even 6 months, I believe. You know, for Facebook, I don't know, but for YouTube, yes, you can schedule your full month post. If you want to post twice a week, put the date, put everything, upload it, put it there. Even if you're sleeping, even if you're at work, once is the time that video of yours will premiere. If it's a live stream, you can still schedule it to premiere, and your channel, your whatever your story you're keeping keeps going. But what you will notice is that they all of a sudden have started pretending, and I think this started when the bloggers that have been from the beginning started bringing up just little by little things Justin did in 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, bringing little by little and just dropping them on the internet. That includes videos, that includes statements he's made, people that have been close to him, statements they've made, and things that he cannot deny. And I think they're beginning to realize that the move that they made was the wrong one. And the fear is beginning to set in for Don, Stony, and the other new one that just came in, because even with the fire, he came in, all of a sudden he's nowhere to be found. Then Dawn is now talking about, oh, we have not forgotten what we're supposed to be doing. It's not that we're not working on it. We've been so busy working on music, working on this, working on that. We're coming back to it, but we have, handed over the mantle with all the energy and effort and everything you said you were going to do. Now you're talking about we've handed the addition to this new one called Stone. But I will come back to it. Of course, we're still working on this. And then when you listen to the live stream that Stony did, where she said she was catching up with her, she did it this week, 2 days ago, I think, but 2 days ago or so. So many other gists to cover on Facebook, so I didn't even bother, landing on that one. She was talking to her fans and she was really emphasizing on the police will not do anything until somebody is dead. So the police will not do anything, even if you go and report. And I'm like, what do you mean by the police will not do anything? If you have a good case, you have a good case. We've seen people being convicted for different type of crime. So if you people really thought that there was a RICO or whatever you people wanted to charge Korra with, you would have filed it and the police would have seen it, and there's no way they would tell you to take this away or don't file anything, or it will not get to court, right? Or so you wanted somebody to be arrested. If Korra had done something that is worthy of being arrested, she would have been arrested. So this whole narrative that Stony is now all of a sudden pushing 2-3 days ago now, talking about, oh, there's no, the police won't do anything until somebody is passed, somebody this, except they see if something really bad happens to someone, they don't do anything. You didn't think that you were supposed to look very well at the person that you're supporting. You didn't, but because you just have this bitter mindset of, I don't know, was it a competition because you both of you were singers? I'm not sure what it was. So you just ran with the narrative that best suits you. And now the both of you are trying to convince everybody that, oh, yes, oh, we're having and what is it called? We're still working on the case. We're still going to have a RICO case. We're still going to have this. Look at your biddies. They came out and they warned bloggers to stop. Some of the bloggers stopped. People like this lady that is now somewhere having court case or relaxing in Kirikiri that we don't know, she didn't stop. She kept challenging them. Do it. Do your worst. I dare you. If you don't, you're stupid. If you this, you that. What did your biddies do? They went and they filed. And there was nobody telling them, oh, this is not a good case. You cannot do this. You cannot do that. When it was the court date, She found out she had to go to court. The lady found out she had to go to court, but she was not able to come in and brag. If she thought she was on the right, she should have come out to brag. Oh, I'm going to court. I'm going to win this case, and then I'm going to come back, and then I'm going to give people the download, and I will continue from where I stopped. And those arrogance and things like that. And where is the Justin that she stood and was fighting for? He pushed most of this narrative that most of them were running with, even though they knew it was a lie. But just because they don't like the person that was being talked about, they ran with it. Where is he today? He's there creating his content on Facebook like nothing is happening to somebody that supported him. And we've seen him, you know, throw a lot of people. Remember how Miriam cried 2025, 2024, 2024, and I think also crying bitterly. I supported you, my money, my time, collecting evidence, this, that, all this. You don't treat your fellow white people like that. You did us dirty. You did this. You called me. But this lady still ignored all those people and continued screaming. Today, where is she? Where is the justice? But the thing is, Stony and Dawn are beginning to realize and they are beginning to retrace their step, but they don't want to do it in a way that the people that have been giving them stars and buying them all those fake acting chains and crowns and all of that would notice. So they keep telling people that, oh, we're going, we're coming back, we're coming back. Understand how they think they will win all of with all they have done. Exactly. There is no winning in. There is no. It doesn't matter how big, high, and mighty, high connected. That's why I was just laughing when Don was saying, "Oh, I was ex-military." The new guy he brought in, his friend who said ex-military. If you like, be the president of the United States. The court will work with the evidence. That's just what it is. Okay, you might be able to manipulate, delay, and some kind of, but you will not just go into the court and then manipulate the judge or everybody there because you don't even know who will be handling your case. Okay, until you people get to the level where you know who is going to be handling, what judge and what will be sitting. So it's not something that you can win. And with all the evidence that is already on social media, like these are evidences that has already been made public, what makes you think that you will ever win? But for him, as many people as he can throw under the bus to keep himself afloat, Justin will continue to do so. Now, Justin can take care of his daughters, but he's talking about the RICO case. The way they were bragging about the RICO case, you would have really thought that by now, Korra would have been served with something. That's just what you would think, that Korra would have been served with something. But their voices are all going down. They are now all talking from the sides of their mouth. The way Tony was really bitterly complaining and stressing, she didn't want to make it like she was talking about a particular topic, but she was just trying to kind of generalize it, that police will not do anything, even if people are bullying people, or if this was using several different examples just to make it look like she's generally talking about, the police and how they don't do anything. What do you mean they don't go and commit a crime and see if the police is not going to do something? It simply means that they probably must have gone to report and file another set of nonsense, as Justin's been doing for the past 4.5 years. They must have gone to lay a nonsense complaint that did not make sense, like the one they were discussing recently. I think Bella Cora was going to the post office or somewhere, I don't know, somewhere around her neighborhood. The next thing they started screaming on Facebook, oh, Cora is stalking him. Cora bought a house there. She lives there. She was there before he moved in there and even moved in closer. And she talked about it. And he was like, oh, she's blowing it out of proportion. I'm not even living that close to her. Yeah. Oh, how can she say literally few house down from me? Oh, this, oh, that. He said all of that. Then many months later, he forgot that he had said that Cora didn't tell the truth, that he's not just literally few house down from her. Then he said, oh, I moved close to her, few house down from her because I have to be close because the kids' school, and giving flimsy excuses. The only person that cannot keep their story straight is him. The same way he lied that he was making, he was the breadwinner of the family, but he sat there 2020, 2022, when him and Cora did that video, 2022 or 2021, where they did that video, when they do meow, 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 the Catwoman story, how Cora said they didn't have anything. He was sitting right there next to her when both of them told that story. How they were sleeping on the floor, they didn't have money for their first child's birth, and all of that, only for him to come out, tell a bold-faced lie. Also lying that Cora would love to unalive him. Somebody that doesn't even care if you exist anymore in this world. She's just living her life, doing her thing. Everybody can see it. You keep screaming, she's bashing you, she's talking about you. And people go to her page and they cannot find one thing. Even this woman that he said, the woman is talking, he called for the Americans to come and support him. He called for them. And this woman is also an American. But all of a sudden, the people you called for showed up. And because some of them are not supporting you, all of a sudden they are now stalkers. They're stalking you. She won't leave you alone. But you spoke for over 45 minutes, telling even more lies. So I just don't get it. How some human being can really think all in the name of, oh, you like somebody. So because you like somebody, you will not call the person out on their BS. It's just strange. I just thought I should come in here and really update you people. Let's talk about this and let's just see the difference. When the Obidis came out and said, whatever you're saying, know what you're saying. Let it be that you can defend what you're saying because we will take you to court. Nancy came out and made that statement. This lady flew out the next minute and she was screaming, Nancy, I challenge you. If you don't do it, you're the fool. You're the this, you're the that. She's in court. So if Justin thinks that there's a RICO case that he would have filed it since what happened 2022, 2023, 2024 and a half years, you did not find a way to file a RICO case. It's now that you found two new idiots that you can actually manipulate, that all of a sudden you now have a RICO case. Who do they think that they are fooling? Who? Anyways, like I said, there's a lot of topics to cover. So I will just round this up. I want to see if I can drop, like, I don't even know where we're gonna start. Frankie Dole's case is hanging, more gist is coming out, activists are fighting. I don't even know which one we're gonna cover first or what, but yeah, this is 32 minutes. I'll try to see if we can do 20, 30 minutes. Okay, let me see even if it's 20 minutes, okay, to introduce this new topic. So I will round this one up and I will see you all later. Okay, for some days now, I've not gone live. So today is Friday weekend. So I will try to see if I can drop 2 or 3 gist here. Okay, this other two will be introducing. This is just an update. This other two, Frankie Doe, I've not done even a video here about it. So I'll see you all later. Bye for now. And take good care of yourself. Have a lovely weekend.